Good afternoon. Glad you're still watching KUTV on the sport. Currently, we are at the Blad bin. That is the home turf for Kenyatta University's rugby team. That is Black Blad. And I'm more than glad to be joined by Bernard Rotich. If you may like, you can call him Tichy. He's the head coach, and he will be telling us the challenges they've been facing and what they're doing to ensure that they win the remaining 3 matches before the playoffs so that they can survive relegation without any hitches. Bernard, thank you so much for joining us. But you joined the team this season. Tell us, how has the season been for you guys?
So far, the season has been good, but we have had so many challenges, losing matches very closely. But I think as we going to end the season, we are picking up well. That's why we are getting close results and slim wins, but they're still wins.
When you talk about challenges, what are these challenges? Are they on the field or off the pitch?
Most of them are like off the pitch, and the institution is not fully supporting us. Like when the students were on strike, we couldn't find players, so we have to start calling them from homes to come and play the Harlequins game, which was a must-win game for us. But unfortunately, because we didn't have all the players, key players, we lost the game so closely. I think it was 2019. Yeah.
What do you think about your opponents in the Kenya Cup? Other opponents we saw last season, varsity teams being relegated. I'm talking about a team from Strathmore, and the other team was from Nairobi University. And I think Kenyatta University rugby team is not the only team that has been suffering in terms of the varsity sides. But generally, other than facilitation, what are other things that perhaps you'd want to see change so that you guys can perform even better in Kenya Cup?
I think basically the players are like the players here in Black Blood. I think they only need that motivation, like in terms of in terms of insurance, in terms of allowances. I think that's the only thing they need, because they are willing to do anything for the club. That's why they make sacrifices. They come in when guys are on holiday. They are here in the field working so hard to uphold the name of the team high. Yeah.
You've rightly told us that your team has been making schoolboys mistakes, and that is why perhaps you've been losing narrowly and have only won 3 matches the entire season. What are some of these things that you're perhaps trying to change to ensure that going forward, or if you survive even next season, that your team will be much more better?
I think so far we have young players coming into the team, and the players we have, Black Blood has very good players. They have potential, great potential, but in terms of game experience, they have like 2 years or 1 year in the Kenya Cup, so they lack in experience as compared to other teams like KCB, Impala, Nondis, who have day in, day out players who have been there in the national team. Yeah. So we lack that aspect, the experience aspect. Yeah.
Let me talk about 2 players who are already in the national team, the under 20. I'm talking about Collins Obure and Sheldon Kahi. They have been representing the country in the under 20, meaning that we do not lack talent at Kenyatta University's team. But how would you rate the entire team in general?
So far, the starting team, the Tier 1 side Kenya Cup team, I think they are potentially good. They only need that belief and that nurturing to continue doing well. From this season, I think they have done so well, because we lost one of our players, Levi Amunga, to KCB, and I'm very sure if we had been there with this kind of players right now, I think we'd be very far. Yeah, because we've been having a problem there. Number 10, playmaker.
What would you say currently is your strength as a team?
Currently, we have a strong backline, but like most of the game, we've lost because we have a smaller pack. Yeah, in terms of weight, in terms of experience, as compared to other teams who people weigh like 120 kg, 115 kg, as compared to our players who weigh like 18, 90, or at most 100 kg. Like Collins Obura, I believe, is the biggest forward who weighs like 100 kg. Yeah.
So let me ask you, 3 matches before the playoffs, are we surviving?
Yeah, we are ticking the small boxes. Like when we went for the holiday, we made a short-term goal to win the remaining 6 matches. So far, we have won one. We have come close to winning one, the Mwamba one. But we are planning to see the next with Nondis, and I'm sure we are training pretty well, and it's gonna be a good game. We're looking forward to good results.
Nondis is the next fixture this coming Saturday. You guys will be away. How are you going to approach this particular encounter?
It really doesn't matter whether we are away or not, but the boys are psyched up. Just the name Nondis, it really psychs the boys, and they are on for it. That's why they've been doing some extras. Comparing now and the first leg, I think the boys are better now. They know some a few things that will win them games. That's why they are able to win the Impala game, the Impala fixture, and I'm very sure the Nondis game will be a close one, and I'm pretty sure we'll come out with a win.
All right, KUTV will be following keenly, and we'll be back to know the progress. But all the best in your next 3 fixtures before the playoffs. Asante sana. All right.